This is Creepy and Geeky. Welcome to Creepy and Geeky. I'm your host, Robert, and today we're back to minisodes for a bit. So it's time to talk to Donna about the stuff we got into this last week. How's it going, Donna?
Hey Robert, it's going pretty good. I was
Yay.
off for Halloween and I
Yeah.
got to take the next day off. So I actually had a little mini 4-day kind of weekend and it was
Nice.
glorious and I don't
I
want to go
bet.
back to work. That's the bad part about it. When I take too many days off, I don't want to go
Right.
back.
I'd see me. I only work 3 days a week, so I constantly have a 4 day weekend. So
Ah,
it's
God,
quite,
I'm envious of you.
I will admit, it's quite nice.
Oh, it was glorious. If I could work this all the time, I would definitely do this.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a lot of, a lot easier. Sure. I don't make a lot of money that way, but it's nice.
Oh, fuck money. Who needs that? I
Right.
need the time.
Right.
I mean, if I need to really start paying bills, I just have to do an OnlyFans for you guys because that's
Right.
the only way I'm gonna survive.
There you go.
Kidding, kidding. I'm too old for that mess.
You're never too old. Never too
No, I am, trust me. Nobody
old.
want to see mommy's goodies right now. I am so grown right now. Y'all do not.
Oh man.
Um, but it's been kind of a slow week for me, I'll be honest with you, because I kind of burnt out
Same.
on Halloween movies or
Wow.
horror movies all for the month of October. And now that we're in November, I guess by the time this drop, we're already in November. Um, I haven't really watched too much. I'll be
No, yeah.
100% honest with you.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I did not watch much this week. It was kind of a weirdly off kilter week, not in a bad way, just been like
Hmm.
busy and I never really had a chance to sit and focus. So yeah, I didn't end up going out and watching anything. There wasn't really anything in the theater that I really wanted to go watch anyway. I'm pretty much caught up on everything.
Right.
So and I don't think there's anything coming out this week either. I gotta check again, but I don't think there's anything coming out this week. So it might be another slow week. I'm gonna try and catch up on some other 2024 movies that have hit streaming or hit other
Yeah,
stuff. I
that's what I
do I,
gotta
I still
do.
need to see Time Cut, even though I've heard bad things about it. I still want to watch that, and there's some other stuff that's popped up that Asriel I still need to see. So yeah, so there's still a bunch of 2024 movies
Hmm.
that I haven't seen yet. That I'll probably just that's what I'll do this week is just kind of hunker down and try to watch those if I can. So, but yeah, so I don't have anything movie wise. I've got a trailer, a teaser, and a couple other random things. And then that's all I got. So, but let's go ahead and start with you. What's your first thing?
So I kind of sort of have a teaser, but it's not a teaser trailer.
Okay.
So Netflix unveiled a teaser poster for the next installment of the Fear Street series,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
titled Prom Queen, and it
Yeah.
looks really cute. The poster does, and there's not been a date. I mean, I know it's coming out in 2025, but I kind of hope we get it sooner rather than I hope they don't wait until October to release this.
Right.
But that's the only thing that I've seen of it is the teaser poster, and it's got kind of, obviously Carrie vibes. Everybody is going to die on this in this little installment, I'm sure,
Right.
or at least the bad people will. Um, but yeah, that dropped earlier this week, earlier
Cool.
last week. I keep forgetting when you drop these. Excuse me, but yeah, if you get a chance, look at the teaser poster because it does have the letters die kind of
Yeah,
highlighted
I
in the
just saw
side. Oh,
that.
you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I looked it up while you were talking.
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited about it because I don't think anybody thought the Fear Street series was going to amount to anything, and I ended up having a lot of fun with that. So,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed the Fear Street trilogy that came out a few years back.
Hmm.
That was a lot of fun. So yeah, no, I'm excited to see what this is, especially, senior prom, 88, you know. Anything in the 80s is always fun.
Of
So,
course.
right? That's our decade right there.
Of course.
All right. Well, my first thing is, well, I have a teaser. It was a teaser trailer. It's for a
Hmm.
new slasher movie called Heart Eyes.
Yes, that's what I was
That
going to talk about.
No, I'm
No, I'll
sorry.
let you have it. I'll let you have it.
But yes, this looks really good.
Hmm.
Like a like a very distinctive look. I'm glad people are doing something a little different. The Hard Eyes is really good, and it looks brutal, gory, and everything. So I'm excited for this one. It
I
looks
mean, the
really fun.
teaser trailer was, first of all, it was a red band teaser trailer, and I was like,
Yes.
huh? And then when I
Yeah.
saw it, my mouth was open. It was like hitting my jaws were on the ground.
Yes.
I love the look of the slasher. And like you said, a lot of these slasher movies that are coming out, like Totally Killer, I like that they're playing with these different type of mask or the different type of
Yes.
look. It's so inventive and so cool. And I
Yes.
really do want to see this one because we also have Olivia Holt and Mason Gooding. They're the two leads, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
I cannot wait. I love Mason Gooding. I think he is very cute, but I also like the fact that he's staying in this kind of horror slasher mode.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, I'm super excited. Plus, isn't this also directed by Josh Rubin?
Is it?
I think it
Okay.
is.
Uh, I
Look
did
it
not
up
know
real
that.
quick.
I am looking at it is directed by Josh Rubin. Fan fucking tastic.
And then the
Former
script
guest
is
of the
also,
show, Josh Rubin.
yeah, and so the script was also done by the people who did Freaky. So if you like Freaky,
Wait, no. Michael
yes,
Kennedy? No, Christopher Landon. Yeah, okay. Christopher Landon, who's done Freaky and Michael Kennedy. You're right.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that
Fuck
now
yes.
you're really
Oh,
invested,
I
aren't
was
you?
already invested anyway, but that makes it even better. Plus,
It's like
Devin
the
Saw was
icing
in
on the
it.
cupcake,
Yeah,
right?
like Devin Sawa was in it. Jordana
Devin Sawa
Brewster.
is in it. Yep. What's her name? You just said it. I just completely
Jordana
forgot.
Brewster. Yeah,
Yeah, from the
from the
faculty
Fast
in
and the
Fast and
Furious
Furious
series.
movies.
Yeah.
Devin Sawa already sold me, but Mason Gooden especially. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying seeing him in this because you don't really get to see
Yeah.
too many black males that are in slasher movies, and
Yes.
then they come back. It's this is going to be fun. This movie is going to be fun.
Yes. Yeah. No. Michael
And
Kennedy and
brutal.
Christopher Landon sold. Josh Rubin sold.
I'm
Great.
glad I could give you that little tidbit
Yeah.
on
No.
top of yours.
I don't know how I missed that. I don't. I don't
That's what
know.
you got me for, Robert. I'm
I'm
here for
telling you.
all of
Yeah.
the filler.
Right. You fill in the gaps that I missed. So that's awesome. So no, that's fantastic. I'm happy about that. Yeah. And it's coming out February 7th. That's awesome,
Hmm.
right? Like the week before Valentine's Day.
Right.
So perfect. Like that's yeah. No,
And
that's
I'm really
that's
hoping that we can get that
solid.
hard eyes mask. Like how you can buy
Oh,
the
yeah,
Ghostface mask.
I hope it's popular enough that yeah, that would be a cool mask to have sold and maybe wear for Halloween or something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, plus it'll be just nice to see a really good, other than My Bloody Valentine, the original, not that remake
Yeah.
that I don't want to talk about
Oh,
Valentine.
oh no. No, 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 no. We don't talk shit about the My Bloody Valentine remake on this podcast. That's a
You know
good fucking
what?
remake. That's a
I,
good fucking remake.
I don't mind Jensen Ackles. I don't like that movie, but that's okay if you do.
Oh,
We're
there
still
will
friends,
be
right?
no remake slander on this show.
Dude, I'm not a fan, but
Oh,
I will fuck with it.
of
I
course
will
we're
fuck
still
with
friends. Of course we're still
it. It's better than Valentine. How about that?
friends. Oh, I mean, yeah, guaranteed. But
Okay.
and I still like Valentine. It's not terrible. It's not the best, but it's
I
not
like it
terrible.
okay. I didn't really care for the
But
killer's
see, here's my
mask.
thing. My Bloody Valentine, I came to that one really late, the original. I came to that one after I saw the remake.
Right.
So I saw the remake first, then I saw the original, and the original to me is so slow and it's very much of its time. And
Right.
so and So for me, it's a movie that I like and that I've warmed up to on subsequent watchings of
I mean,
it.
and in my case, it
But
probably is just nostalgic because I watched it as a
yeah,
teenager. You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Exactly.
So
It's why I always
it's
put
not
Army of Darkness
slander.
as the best Evil Dead movie, even though I know not without a shadow of doubt that it's not the best of the movies. It's just my favorite of the movies. So
So it's not slander so much as that I just have an
it's
attachment
a
to the
personal
original.
preference.
It's a
Yes. Yeah.
personal preference, and I will fuck with Jensen Ackles all day. I will watch that movie because of him all day.
Yeah. No, he
But
turns in a great performance in that one
he
too.
really did. He really does. It's
Yeah.
the shame that those Supernatural boys did not translate over to movies. I don't know what
It's
it
the
is.
it's the weirdest thing. Like, especially Jensen Ackles. Like Jared Padalecki,
I can
okay.
take or leave him because there's a dime a
I
dozen of those. You know,
Yeah, but Jensen Ackles, man,
he's
he's
so
got a
likable.
talent that like yeah. Um he could have played Captain America.
I
I'm not gonna
feel like
lie.
after
Like
seeing
I
Soldier
feel
Boy, definitely.
right? Like that's what I'm saying. Like don't get me wrong, when he's playing Soldier Boy, that's messed up. But but I think he would have done a really good
I think
Captain
so
America.
too.
So,
Those
and
boys
I
just
think he
did
was
not
one of those,
cross
I think he
over.
was one of the actors at one point that was bandied about as a potential.
Yeah.
So,
He does have
but
a certain charisma to him. I mean, that's the only reason
yeah.
I ever stayed watching Supernatural. It wasn't for Sam. It was definitely for Dean. But
Oh, hell yeah. No, 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 no. Jensen Ackles carried that fucking show.
yes,
Like Jared Padalecki, he's fine, but
he's okay. I'm not
he's
hating on Padalecki.
no, but he's literally a fucking moose. I mean, come on. I mean,
Anytime they need a guy to take his shirt off, that's your man.
oh, man.
Um,
Yeah. But anyway,
Anywho,
we have derailed so
we'll be
far.
going off on
I know.
Supernatural. So,
Yeah.
is it Michael? You're good, Micah.
It's your go. Yeah.
Yeah. So Marlon Wayans announced that the Wayans family are now returning to the scary
Yes.
movie franchise that they started probably more than 20 years ago. Um, and they're filming a new movie that's going to be, I guess they're starting filming next year. So I'm a little excited.
Okay. Yeah.
A little.
I I I don't care about these movies. I never watched them in the first place. I'm not gonna watch them now. I don't like that kind of brand of comedy. Like Airplane and The Naked Gun were okay. They're kind of fun to watch once in a while. And I don't know. The scary movie franchise always just left me cold.
I
I
like the
don't know
first
why.
two. I can
Yeah,
only
no,
watch the first two.
I've heard the first two are really good, and maybe at some point I'll give them a watch. But like, I don't know. It was one of those things where it just did not interest me enough. It just felt, I don't know. It and it helped jumpstart that whole like
Parody movie thing.
deluge of parody movies,
Yeah,
like
that's the
date
one thing I
movie
was
and
just getting
epic
ready to
movie and
say.
stuff. Yeah.
I don't like the fact that that's what kicked it off because we
Yeah.
really didn't need that many because none of them were good. If they
Yeah.
were good, that would be different, but they just
Yeah.
weren't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the first two, I think were the only two that they actually had any hand in, and after that, it
Yeah.
was
No, and they
completely
got it
out of
taken
it,
away from them.
and it
Yeah.
was terrible. Like
Yeah.
every time that they came up with a new one, I was like, okay, this is it now, right? This is the end of this, and it
Right.
wasn't. But I'm a little excited because
No,
I
and
feel that they're gonna
yeah.
definitely do some Jordan Peele
Oh,
parodies.
I hope so. I mean, you got to lean into that now. So,
The whole yeah. I'm curious, but I'm a little excited. I mean, it is a very funny family. They when they do funny movies, and even when they do dramatic movies, they're really good.
yeah.
I don't understand why they don't do more drama because they absolutely are great at it. Marlon Wayans in Requiem for a Dream, and his sister was in a movie called Pariah, and
Mm,
they really have the chops to do like serious acting,
right.
but they're great at comedy. So, I
Yeah.
can understand doing what you're good at.
Well, it's good when they mixed it up too, because you had Damon Wayans and Last Boy Scout. That's
Right.
action with a little bit of comedy in it. You had what's his name? Keenan. What was it? Low Down Dirty Shame.
Yeah, and that's
Um,
a great movie. It's an
yeah,
underrated gem of a
yeah. No,
movie.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but I remember liking it when I saw it originally. And then you've got what's it? It's called Damon Wayans Jr. In that Let's Be Cops. It's more of a comedy, but it still has quite a bit of action in it
Oh
as well.
yeah,
So,
he's always really funny too. He was in
oh
The Other
man,
Guys, and
I
he
feel like
cracks me
I
up.
feel like he's like even funnier than his dad
He
is.
is. I
Like,
think so too.
yeah, they're now both on a show together too on CBS.
Which I have not
Playing fun.
watched.
I haven't watched it yet either. I saw a teaser for it and I was just like, okay, that looks kind of mildly okay. But I probably won't watch it. Even though I like both of them, I really do.
Right.
But yeah, no.
But yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
little excited for it just because I like
Yeah,
to see if they're
no.
going to make fun of elevated horror or, Midsummer or any of those kind of movies. I'm curious to see what their brains have come up with, and
Yeah.
hopefully this would be a funny one that kind of sticks the landing.
Yeah, no, I like that, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna shit on anybody's parade or anything like that. Like, if these movies work for you, then yeah, that's awesome, and I'm glad that it's coming back for them to try again. Maybe in a different, because we also have the like humor is different nowadays too. Like
Hmm.
you can still do something that some of these movies recently proved that, like Joyride and No Hard Feelings and stuff like that. The hard R-rated comedy still exists.
Hmm.
And I'd like to see more of that continue on, because I do think there's audience for it. So hopefully, fingers crossed it works out well and they bring out something really good. So that is my hope for sure. Um all right. Let's see. My next thing is there's a new trailer that just dropped for the the upcoming Steven Soderbergh movie Presence, which is a it looks like it's a haunted house movie told
Hmm.
from like viewed from the perspective of the spirit, the presence. So it kind of like as the spirit moves around and everything like that, it looks like it's observing the family, um, like a lot and doing things from its perspective. So it's
Hmm.
interesting. It looks weird and Lucy Liu's in it. So that was interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like I said interesting, but I'm holding reservations until maybe I see another trailer. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I
uh
mean, I remember like a few months ago they had the little teaser trailer, which was really
yeah,
not a teaser trailer at all.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
glad you said that there's an actual trailer. I have to go and check
yeah,
that out.
yeah. No, definitely. All right, what's your next thing?
Let's see. Well, you probably already know about this because I know you're a huge Kate Siegel fan, but she is going to be starring in a movie called Epilogue with, and you're going to have to help me with this, David Dastmalchian.
David Desmalchin. Yeah,
See, I
you,
never get the names
you
right.
were close enough. You were close enough.
Pretty close, not really.
Yeah, you were
Um,
pretty close.
but this film apparently it's produced obviously by Flanagan, her husband, Mike
Right.
Flanagan, and it's set 1 year after a zombie apocalypse. Apparently, it's at the end of the apocalypse of the zombie apocalypse,
Okay.
and they're playing a couple who are trying to find a cure for their currently infected daughter.
Mm.
So I'm
Yeah, no, I
interested
did
in
hear
that.
about that. Yeah, it's directed by somebody who directed some episodes on one of Flanagan's shows. So it's yeah, it sounds good.
I mean, anytime to see the both of them, I love both of those
Oh
actors.
yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. Desmalchin and Seco, of course, definitely A plus. Anything they're in is pretty much
Hmm.
worth a watch for sure. Yeah. All right. The next thing I have is there's a new Humble bundle, a new comic book Humble bundle on the Dark Horse comic book series Black Hammer, which tells the tale of a group of superheroes who had a final battle against their big nemesis, and then for some reason are now just on a farm, trapped on a farm in the middle of this town, and they can't get out. And so it's the kind of story about that. And Black Hammer is like the hero, and he's a black man and everything like that, and kind of like the after effects of that, because he is no spoiler, but he died in the final battle, and kind of like it's picking up the threads of that, because it's like in the you also have his daughter trying to figure out what happened to him
Oh,
as well.
wow.
So yeah, so it's an interesting story. I've read some of it, but it's a big bundle that pretty much has every available issue of the main story in there. So
Oh, that sounds really
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, yeah. Definitely look it up. It's really good. Jeff Lemire is the writer on it, on the whole series. All right. Anything else?
Oh yeah, I only have one last thing.
Okay.
So apparently Joseph Gordon-Levitt he's going to be starring in a cult horror film titled Pendulum,
Mm,
and I am really interested in this one. The story is about a young couple who visit a kind of new agey type retreat in New Mexico, and it's all about his wife Abigail needing to go through the process and healing after having a traumatic event happen. And so Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is named Patrick, and he basically wants to help his wife, but he becomes kind of suspicious about the whole retreat, and particularly the leader of this retreat, when his wife starts kind of falling under her spell. So, Pendulum is the name of this one. I really hope we get to see some screenshots or film stills or something, or at least get a trailer. But I know it is coming out at the beginning of next year, like around March, I believe.
yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it sounds kind of cool. It looks like it says it's written and directed by Mark Heyman, who wrote The Black Swan. It's being produced by Darren Aronofsky as well.
Yeah,
So
Aronofsky, I love when he has his hand in stuff, but I'm curious how this is going to play out because so many of them that have come out, people always compare it to Midsummer or Wicker Man, or I want something new. I don't want to hear
yeah,
any more of those comparisons because cult horror can mean a lot of different things. It doesn't have to necessarily be emulating those particular movies. I see the threads, but try to not compare them to those, because for people that don't like those films, they won't go based on just hearing that.
yeah, yeah, definitely. No, it sounds interesting. I'm definitely I'll have to keep my eyes open for that one.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. I have one more thing. It's just a small little thing. But literally today, as we record, November 3rd, is Godzilla's 70th anniversary.
Woohoo.
So happy birthday to the big G. Um, as a Godzilla fan who has not actually watched all the movies, I need to sit down, and I own them all. I just haven't watched them all. So I need to sit and start going through those at some point. It was a goal of mine for a while to just like do that. That's why I bought them all. Was just finally watch them all. But yeah, no, it's really cool. I'm excited. It's 70 years. It's very cool. But that's all I got for today.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's all I really have. And if you have not gone to the Criterion Collection, they had a really short sale, but apparently they've extended it, so everything at
Oh,
Criterion's 50% off still. So
there you go. Yeah.
yeah,
Speaking of Godzilla, you can get that Godzilla
get that whole
criterion.
thing.
I'm telling you, I got it. I got it when it was like just only a little bit off price, like right after it came out. So it's a fantastic set. It's really good. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. Like all the original Showa era um Godzilla stuff.
That
So
is
it's
a
really
really
cool.
beautiful collection. I don't
Yeah,
I don't own it, and I might have to buy it now that I'm talking
I'm
myself into
telling
buying
you.
it.
Yeah, no, definitely check that out because it's really good. Um,
Yeah, but that's all I got.
all right. Well, before we move on, why don't you let people know what's going on your podcast this week?
Well, since we are in the great month of November, I love the Ember months. I decided to do a series of films that I titled November Nightmares, and obviously, well, by the time your episode drops, the election will have already taken place. But I decided to talk about the Dead Zone just because it kind of had those political themes, and I give a little tiny sort of soapbox rant about voting. But I'm not preachy, guys. I just wanted to say how I felt. I promise you.
Cool. Well, that is awesome. I am excited to listen to that, of course. Sounds like a fun month ahead. Yeah. I don't have anything coming up the rest of this month. My next episode will be out Christmas Day. That'll be my next holiday episode with the kids.
Hmm.
And then after that, a week later, it's Donna and I doing our top 10 of the year.
Yes, I
So
got to get on watching my 2024
yeah,
movies. My gosh.
yeah, that's why I've gotten most of the big stuff watched, I think, except for whatever else might be coming out this year, like Nosferatu. Um, but beyond that, I've gotten like I think all the biggest stuff, but there's a few smaller things like I haven't watched. Um, like there's one that people keep talking about right now called Red Rooms, that I want to check out. And Trying to think. Uh, there's a couple of smaller ones that I
Hmm.
was interested in that I don't think they're going to make a dent in my top 10, but I definitely still want to watch them because you never know. You get surprised by things. I've had a couple of surprises here in the last few weeks even that have popped into the top 10. So,
Yeah, that's true.
um, so you never know. Something could surprise you. So I definitely, I've got a few weeks left, so I'm gonna try and buckle down and watch those and get those all done over the next few weeks, just to get it all done and lined up in time. So, but that's all I got. Thanks for coming on again. I appreciate it.
Of
Everybody, go
course.
check out her podcast, and we'll see you all next week. And until then, stay creepy. Thanks for listening. If you like what you've heard, please consider giving the show 5 stars and a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And share the podcast on social media to help spread the word. Make sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast app or at creepyandgeeky.com. Music for the podcast is Gratitude, composed by Harper Smith. You can follow the podcast by going to creepyandgeeky.com and clicking on any of the social links. If you'd like to follow me, you can find my links at geekthulu.com. You can support the podcast by ordering teas and more on TeePublic or by donating to the coffee page. All of the links are in the show notes. Finally, don't forget, stay creepy.